And I said, I'm such a loser. I'm a failure. I'll never amount to nothing. This is the talk out of my mouth. What was that revealing? It was revealing how I saw myself in my heart. Remember, I said confidence is the knowing. It's of the heart. It's not the mind, it's of the heart. Breakthrough strategy number 2. You've got to erase your mind of the grasshopper complex. You got to erase in your mind the grasshopper complex. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you just need to go back and read about the children of Israel. God was like, hey, I got a promise for you. I want you to be in the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey, a place of abundance, everything you've ever dreamed of, houses that you didn't build. I got this big future for you. Let's just say it that way, right? And God said, listen, I want you to go spy out the land. And they went into the land. And because they came from slavery, they still had a slave mentality. They still had a small thinking mentality, a loser mentality. They weren't thinking like champions. They weren't thinking like winners. They were thinking like losers. And they went in and they saw, the Bible says they saw there the giants, and they said, we were like grasshoppers in our own sight. So they saw these big men, great stature and great wealth. They were both big and they were wealthy. And they got around these men, and their grasshopper complex was revealed out of how they talked out of their mouth. And that's where I see where I was. I was there when I was down at the lowest point in my life. I remember looking at Bonnie saying, why did you marry me? I wish you'd have married somebody else, because I love her so much. I said, well, I wish you'd have married someone else. You deserve better than what you got with me. And I said, I'm such a loser. I'm a failure. I'll never amount to nothing. This is the talk out of my mouth. What was that revealing? It was revealing how I saw myself in my heart. Remember, I said confidence is the knowing. It's of the heart. It's not the mind. It's of the heart. And some of you have some pictures of yourself that's grasshoppers. You see, really, in the mind of God, they weren't the grasshoppers. In the mind of God, they were the giants, and the giants were actually the grasshoppers. But they weren't seeing themselves from a right perspective. And that's where confidence comes in. The root of confidence is built on your self-portrait, how you see you. And that's why in these 52 weeks, we've got to dissect how you see yourself. We got to fillet this thing and get into your subconscious exactly how you see you. Not 10 scriptures you know how to quote because it's coming from your head. It's how you really see yourself. That only is revealed in a time of crisis. In difficult times, that's where it surfaces. So for me, I'm like, okay. I started to study this from the Bible perspective, not just a psychology perspective. I'm like, now I'm gonna look at it from a Bible perspective, and I remember the story of Gideon and how the angel came down and spoke to Gideon and said, Gideon, you are a mighty man of valor. And so when God wanted to change Gideon's life, what did he do? He came and he didn't say, hey, you need a new hairdo. Hey, here, you need a new job. No, God said, what Gideon needs is a new self-portrait of himself. And he said, he sent an angel with a word. A word is a description of a picture. And the angel said, Gideon, thou art a mighty man of valor. Now in the Hebrew, that's laid out right like this. Gideon, you are a confident warrior champion. Post those three things down below, would you please? I want you to get that in your head, because this is who you are. You are a confident warrior, not a wimp, not weak. You're confident. You're not insecure. You're not fearful. You're a confident. You are a warrior. And finally, you are a champion. Oh my. I thought, wow. Dick Mills in the Spirit-Filled Bible, go check it out. Dick Mills lays it out that when God created man, that word man is translated champion. Very interesting, very interesting. That God made a champion, not a chimpanzee, not a chump. He made a champion. And I went back, I started studying. What does the word champion mean? You guys ready for this? Well, this is awesome. Watch this. A supreme being with all the attributes of a winner. Whoa. A supreme being with all the attributes of a winner. So when God breathed into Adam, he made a supreme being with everything in the fiber of his soul was a winner. Do you think your life would change if you walked around really believing this? If you really saw yourself this way, wow, I'm a supreme being. Winning is in my blood. So I started to realize, I said, wow, that's powerful. But what happens is, I'm like, well, how did I get to where I'm at? Because excuse me, guys. Remember, guys, with my wife under pressure, I'm saying I'm a loser. I'm a failure. Oh, I wish you marry somebody else. I'll never amount to nothing. Remember that? I'm saying all these words. Why? Because that's how I really saw myself. I would never go to church and stand up, give me the microphone. I'm a loser. Never say that. And so then I had to back up, guys, and I had to say, where did those thoughts come from? I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I can't speak right. I'll never amount to nothing. And I had to go back into my history. And most of you men, you were raised in toxic homes. People said things about you. People labeled you with these labels. You're dumb. My kindergartner teacher told me I was a slow learner and I would fail. And I believed I was stupid. I put that tag on myself. I'm dumb. That's why I couldn't read by the time I was 23. And I realized I had to go back and I had to identify all those things. And I had to erase those. That's why this breakthrough point is you've got to erase the grasshopper complex right out of your soul. It's not just about doing church. It's about doing transformation. And you've got to get this out of your soul, guys. So I'm like, how do I do this? So I went to the psychology books and here's what I found. For every 10 minutes of negativity you've heard, you need 100 minutes of something positive that flips the switch to erase that out of your subconscious. Whoa, I was like, what? Now think about this. We've all had people who've said negative things, and guess what? Inside of our subconscious, our spirit, God put a recorder in there. Everything you've ever heard, everything that anybody's ever said about you is recorded in that subconscious recorder from the time you were born till now. You have the responsibility to erase it. You have the responsibility to reject it. And most of you, what you believe about yourself, you didn't choose to believe it. You assimilated it. You took it in as a child and believed it. It was forced on you. So for some of you, I'm giving you a break. Where you're at today, the struggles you're having, it's not your fault. But you got to take responsibility now. And you've got to go back and you've got to do the work to erase all that. That's what I had to do. And literally, I went back and I created 27 minutes of affirmations for myself. I just took all the negative stuff I was thinking. I flipped the switch and I added, for every one, I added 10 positives. And for 30 minutes, I spoke it into the air. I would just say it over and over and over and over, and I'd read it from a piece of paper. Then I said, wait a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it and I'm going to get this down and I'm going to listen to it. While I'm at the gym, while I'm working out, I'm going to listen to this. And so that's what I did. For 1 year straight, I did nothing but listen to myself, record it on a recording, say positive affirmations to myself. I still do it to this day. And actually, what's really cool, guys, I took that recording. It's the same recording from 20 years ago, guys. I took that recording and I've used that recording on every single client that I've coached. I don't know if Ed's on here. Ed, when I first met him, he was struggling in his business, making somewhere around $500,000 a year. And I got a text back from him today. He says this year they'll be at 10 million. 10 million. A little guy out in the middle of nowhere in the hills of Colorado bringing in $10 million. I'm like, and it all started with these affirmations. Because he was born a Mennonite. And man, those people are rough on you. He left that group, and his parents just told him what a piece of trash he was. He's a no good, nothing. Oh man, it was bad. And I said, Ed, here's where your journey starts. And he did the work. So that's the cool thing. This whole program, I call it the Champions Code, like rewiring your mind to think like a champion. I have a whole teaching on it. Plus I have the affirmations. And it's the first step in the Dangerous Coalition. And it's available inside of that program for you to begin to work on erasing all this stuff out of your mind. And I'm telling you, when you start doing it, I've seen guys do it for 30 days, their life changes. They start seeing life change, things starts going better. And then they stop doing the affirmations and something happens in their life. They come back to me, oh, Dr. Johnson, hey man, I got this going on, I got this. I could tell by the way they're talking. I said, you still doing your affirmations? Oh no, man, I got busy. You're going to a new level. You got to keep those affirmations going. Oh, man, I forgot. I said, okay, back on the horse. Boom. life goes to another level. So that's strategy number 2. You've got to do the work in this area, guys, if you really want life change. If you want your life to remain the same, just keep up that regular old church mentality of I'm just going to pray and God's going to change things. I'm just going to keep going to church. I'm just going to keep hoping, wishing, rubbing the rabbit's foot. Guys, tell yourself the truth. Power is released. Enter into the transformation process. Do the work. Watch. 30 days. 90 days. 120. 1 year. That's how this thing works, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to wash all this stuff out of your head. Oh, I don't have any of that in my head. Oh, man, come on, man. Don't lie to yourself. I want to show you, this is the about page, and it just tells a little bit about the Dangerous Group, what it's all about, a lot of things that I've taught you here about 52 weeks of coaching, daily men's muse. We're going to have a yearly summit where we all come together, but you got to be part of the Dangerous Coalition to be a part of that group, because they're going to be smaller, they're going to be more impactful, those special summits. And you get access to all of this platform that we have. With that, on the About page, then you'll find, Dr. Jonathan, if you could click to the class page. Yeah, right there. Inside of this, you'll find that we've already set up the classes for you. On the top is the confidence code. Remember I talked to you about that today? The confidence code, I do 2 teachings on what that means. And then the third class, as you see that's the confidence affirmations I was talking to you about. Jonathan's showing you one of the interviews that's on there with the guy from the owner of the Orlando Magic, Pat Williams. And I've got a few other classes that we've already uploaded on there that's going to unlock for you step by step. I've got my whole school of success, just teaching you as a man how to be successful. I've got the Do the Difficult. That's a brand new message that I have out. Another one we've uploaded for you, my team has uploaded for you, is a whole training from Rabbi Daniel Lapin on Jewish wisdom for wealth. OMG, that one right there, that will literally blow your mind away. When you begin to think like a Jewish person instead of thinking like the Greeks. The Greek theology took over Christianity in the area of wealth, how we think about money. And Rabbi Daniel, he loves Christians, speaks a lot of Christian churches, and he really believes it's his assignment to bring the truth about God and money to Christians. It's really powerful. And so these are all like your beginning training programs that we have, and we're going to keep adding more and more of those to the portal. Just the first one on Champions Code alone is $997 for our for the people that I coach. Other people don't get access to this, but you guys do, and that's only exclusive in this group. So there's the training on that. Then we got a calendar where everything that we got going on, you're going to be able to go there. You're going to be able to see exactly what's going on. You see, we have the meeting today. We're going to be uploading all the rest of the meetings. So every month you could go right here on the platform. You can see what's going on, what's happening. Then the next click over there, you'll begin to find your profile. The cool thing about this program, the reason why we like it, is it's ranked at different levels. Like the more you participate in the group, we want you in posting. We want you in asking questions. We're going to be there. My team's going to be there. I have a council of amazing leaders that they're going to be in there helping you. You have a question, man. Hey, man, How do I handle this in my business? How do I handle this with my wife? We're going to be in there answering questions and helping you. When you first sign up, we want you to come in. This is brand new. So our membership, we just opened up the doors today. We've got a few that are council members who have already signed up, but we're just opening this up today. And you see there that when you first come on, we want you to tell a little bit about yourself, post a cool, adventurous picture of yourself, and do that. Now, the other thing is there another link, or is that the last one? We on the last one there? What else do I got? Oh, yeah, and then the about page. So literally, we got everything we need right here in this one portal where we're all dialoguing, we're all in there. You could go in, you'll see men's muses that I've already done for this week for the guys. We already are dialoguing about stuff. This is the program. The program it actually costs $83 a month. So to get coached, the investment is $83 a month to be part of this group. Now, we have something that's called No Left Behind program. So the No Left Behind program, if you say, man, I'm struggling right now, my back's against the wall, if you're in that kind of situation, you can do the No Man Left Behind program, and you can just click the link on the About page down on the bottom, and there you can go and you can literally pick your own price for right now. So if you're struggling financially, we believe it's our job to get you to the place where you can pay your $83 a month. But we believe in what we're doing so much, we're going to let you pick your own price. And then as you get blessed by God, you come in and you pay your 83, and then later on, you help another man pay his 83. So that's the plan. We're not leaving anybody left behind. We want to grow you, we want to build you, and we want to help you become everything God wants you to become. So the link is in the chat. I see that Janine has already put that link in the chat. The link is down in the chat where you can go and sign up today. And I want you to start this week because the 52 weeks, the first week is starting this week, okay? So I want you to go get signed up today so that you could be a part of the very next class or the coaching experience as you become part of this program. All right? I want you to start right off right away.